So you want to know the best college application advice. Here it is. I'm going to break it down into 3 steps. Compile your stats, college lists, and essays. So I know many of you guys watching this right now are a rising senior. You're going to be applying to colleges and universities this fall, which is really exciting but also stressful and scary at the same time, and you probably don't know where to begin. I'm going to help you guys out and give you guys my best advice. If you guys haven't already, make sure to check out my other college videos. I have a whole playlist of videos for you to watch. And yeah, let's just jump in. Step 1. Compile your stats. So you can actually start this anytime. You don't have to be applying to colleges to do this. If you're a freshman in high school, you can start this right away. My best advice is to create a document. You can make an Excel sheet, a Word doc, Google Doc, whatever you want, and compile every single one of your stats. You want to write down all your extracurriculars, any positions that you held within those clubs, any communities you're part of, how much time and hours you spent putting into those clubs and communities. You want to include when you started them, and also start organizing them by how recent they were, any awards you receive in general, leadership positions you held, community service hours, APs, honors, SAT scores, any school-related stat that you think is part of your personal academic record. This kind of works as an academic resume. This will definitely help you out when you're applying to colleges. You have a document where everything is laid out for you. Just kind of like type that into the application. You don't have to worry about like thinking back to everything you did throughout high school. This might help organize them, how recent they were or how important they are to you, so definitely rank them. When filling out the college application, you can't actually include every single activity that you did. You're gonna have to choose your top few, so make sure to have an idea of which one is most important to you, or whichever one you think is most impressive, I guess. Step 2 is college lists. You're going to want to create a list of all the colleges you want to apply to, in-state, out-of-state, public, private, big, large, community, university, any college you are slightly interested in. You want to do your research, keep track of the information of each college, like their acceptance rate, location, price for like tuition, any programs that they're really strong in or that you are interested in, whether you like their campus if you've been to it or not. There's lots of things to write down for each college. This will also help you choose later on when you do get accepted to them. This also just helps you organize and figure out what colleges you want to apply to. You're going to want to narrow down your list as soon as possible. You don't want to be applying to 30 colleges. That's just not realistic. No one does that. Applying to colleges is a lot of money. You want to keep track of when the applications open, when they are due, what the essay prompts are, so you can kind of keep them in mind. Most colleges actually have very similar essay prompts, so you can find yourself writing one really good essay, tweaking it slightly, and using it for like all your college applications. Now for the 3rd step. This is probably the longest and hardest step. It's writing your essay. Your personal statement, your supplemental essays, any essay that you need for your application. Like I just said about combining prompts, when writing essays you want to be like really careful. You don't want to write like 10 essays. You rather have like 4 super strong, really good ones that you spent lots of time and that you're really proud of, rather than 10 essays that aren't so strong. So try to combine prompts and reuse essays as much as you can. It will save yourself a lot of time and energy, trust me, and it'll be better in the long run. So when you're writing your essay, read the prompt multiple times. Copy and paste the prompt, put it at the top of your document, and what I did was start writing a bunch of different topics that came to my mind about my life that I wanted to write about. Topics should be something personal, something unique. Many people write about the same thing, but if you can make it very unique and special to you and make it represent who you are and why they should accept you, then there we go, you got a strong essay. The hardest part of doing the college application process is honestly procrastination and getting started on that essay. If you can, it is August, so just start now. I don't want to be that person to be like, it's so easy. I know, it's a lot harder than it seems. My personal statement started off as like a 10-page mind dump document. I knew kind of like the general topic I wanted to write about. I wrote everything I could think of, everything on my mind. I kind of started narrowing it down from there. You will have hundreds of drafts of your essay, so don't worry about finding the perfect one. You might actually scratch your whole idea. So just get started as soon as you can. I feel like that's the best thing you can do for yourself. Give yourself more time to work with your essay. I've spoken to a few college counselors before, and they said the things that students struggle with the most when writing their personal statement is actually getting below the surface, being very open and vulnerable in your writing. Writing is not easy, especially when there's pressure on you to do really well and succeed. When you have one chance to write a really strong essay, that kind of represents who you are. I know it's really hard. There's lots of pressure. The only thing you can do is kind of think deeply, self-reflect a lot, think below the surface, continue to ask yourself why and why and why and why and why. Like maybe you play soccer. Why do you play soccer? Why do you love it? Is there like another reason behind it? If you're the captain, why do you think you're the captain? Like what makes you a strong player? I don't know, there's so many like deep levels of it. You just continue to dig below the surface. You might actually learn something about yourself as well. When you're writing your essay, don't write it as a research essay or an argumentative essay. I mean, you can, but you kind of want to think of it as a story. You're telling your personal story to someone that doesn't know you. They're trying to gauge whether they think you would be a great fit for their school. So you want to really express yourself as much as you can in your words. Don't worry about using super fancy words if you don't do that. Write how you would speak. They should be able to read the paper and kind of hear your voice within your words, if that even makes sense. You just want to sound like yourself, be very honest and true to who you are. If you're struggling to write a little bit, ask yourself what makes you a great addition to their university, what makes you special. Continue to ask yourself why. What did I learn from this situation? Great essay topics also include things that are very close to your heart, anything that's very personal, anything that you overcame, struggled through, learned, any journey you went through. Some people don't have any leadership positions or weren't involved in high school. That does not make you any less capable of writing a good essay. I believe I mentioned this in my previous video, but having a position or a title in high school really doesn't mean anything. Even the title doesn't mean anything. It's about what you did, what you contributed to it, what you learned, how that makes you who you are, and not the title itself. You know what I mean? What makes you unique? What makes you see the world like you do? You know, like express your personality. If you're really funny, you can add more humor into your essay. I'm personally very serious, straight to the point. That's kind of how my essay was. I'm very open and vulnerable, and that's what you want to be as well. So it's more than just an essay, it's really a personal story. Make sure to have some other people peer review your essay. That doesn't ever hurt. One thing to keep in mind if you're asking people to review your essay is don't share your essay to too many people. Just don't do it, okay? You might want to share your essay to many people to ask for their opinion and feedback to make the strongest essay as possible, but the truth is everyone has different opinions. Everyone will tell you something different, and you can't please everyone with your writing. Your essay will start to sound less and less like your own, so do keep in mind how many people you're sharing your essay to. I do get many DMs on my Instagram asking to edit college essays. I think that's so flattering, so thank you guys so much for your messages. I think that's really thoughtful that you wanted to ask me. If you are an incoming senior, if you're applying to colleges and you want another eye to look over your essay, you can just DM me on any of my Instagrams. I'll put it here, put it down below, everywhere. You can just shoot me a message and I can take a quick look at your essay and give you some feedback if you want. So that's up to you. I know you guys are busy. Hope that was helpful, very straight to the point. And get started on your essays. Get started on your college apps. Don't procrastinate. And good luck to everyone applying to colleges this year. I know it's a very stressful thing. Wish you guys all the best of luck. Let me know if there's any other specific type of college related video you want to see from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.